You know what I'm saying? The title say the plan was weak. I normally be outside or whatever, but it's been raining like crazy hard. It's just stopping, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop a little jewel right here. The plan is crazy weak. What do I mean by that? Because it takes a certain level of intelligence just to think about normality. And when the plan always negates back to a form of negativity or an outlook that it doesn't base on fortuitive growth in some form of way, like just allowing the river to flow, then you have to know what title that is. You have to know what particular energy that is attached to that specifically. Now, if we go back far enough, instead of saying this is just how people respond to certain things, it's not. People don't naturally carry negative outcomes. Fear happens first, and then the fight or flight or protection survival mode kicks in. So those characters of disdain is not natural, and it's not even based off a real um, energy that people want to coddle as far as their excuse. These negative particular attacks that people deal with based off someone's perception is truly based off them being manipulated through bloodlines. So it became a character. And you have to understand how characters become in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes in someone's life, imagine this life. You have a friend, and that friend just does do certain things that you can see they might be better if they stand up this way. Why didn't you say this, or why didn't you do that? Like, oh, I was this, or I felt like that. Let's just use a simple example like being shy. Yo, I can tell that girl is really into you. I don't want to say nothing. She might say this or say that. Man, don't be scared. Just go talk to her. I can tell she's checking you out from way over here. Man, I don't know. And then he doesn't say nothing. Now, in another life, he says something. Mess around, gets married to her, be the best woman he ever has. They have live happily ever after, 2.3 kids and all that white picket fence, whatever you want to call it. Now, in the reality where the brother didn't go, or the person didn't go to make the decision, now he lives a life of regret, wondering, I said regret, wondering if that choice had been made, what would the outcome have been? Now, you have these two circumstances that promote values. And the promotion of the value both leads to two different roads. Now, unfortunately, the full version of that person was noticed by his friend, but he didn't step up to the plate, right? So then it stayed stagnant in some form of an aspect, and it never grew to its full value. When you see this happen in life with negativity, it's the exact same way. It notices you before you're fully, and it attacks you. So therefore, it makes you try to decide if it's particularly or have a potential to be correct, because your mind is not formulated all the way. When does your mind formulate all the way? When your frontal lobe completely fills up. That's around 33 years. So from the age of when you're born and being guided by your parents until you start to believe that you're an adult, you're being manipulated by other adults until you start to see at the age 33 that a lot of shit is bullshit. And then you go from 33 to 40, and then you start seeing your life really start taking place at that point, because then you truly decide with the right level of yes and no, or people, places, and things um, that you would frequent or be a part of. When you're younger, you don't know this. You just kind of go with whatever anybody says is good. So the crowd will say, "Hey, this is good. We're all are going." You'll get there and be bored. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Or somebody wants to do this and you'll go, but not like nothing about it. It's because you're choosing to follow first. See, that takes a frontal lobe to be developed. So, who implicated the negative aspect of retrospect to dampen it even deeper? Who put that into it? Who said rhetoric? Who said make sure whatever intelligence thing they say, make it stupid, go against them? Who said don't accept? Who said these things? Who did these things? And why is it even available? And you know why. There's a connection to it because it's going through that. If that's its existence, it doesn't make your existence the same. So the first thing it had to do is make sure you wasn't able or capable of understanding how to use your own mind and give you something to follow. And once it did that, it became its own legs at that point. Oh, hey, Supreme, Supreme, Supreme. Cancer thing, what's up? What's up? Mom's Bluebird. Oh, that's what's up. Salute, salute. I appreciate you. All right, so, and that's how those things formulated into when now you get to the future and you say, oh, they're like so and so. If we remember when we were kids, they would say, you're like this uncle, or you move like that aunt, or whatever. That was their way of doing the same thing that we're doing today. Unbeknownst to us, we wasn't aware of that conscious reality of character transmutation. The characters are developed via fear. And fear was a hard thing to come about to our culture when it wasn't no need. For years, I mean, existences, we didn't have that. We completed it first. The first came, first thought, first process was right. So in the beginning, it was always right. In the very beginning, we had the golden ages. We had every piece of knowledge that was able to be given to prove and let it be known that it was already working fine. It didn't need to be fixed. So something came and broke it to play as if it needs to be fixed. And that became the new mental criteria of every circumstance known in existence, from government down to people. Relationships. You have somebody stick their nose into your shit. And now it's more, right? Now it's more bullshit. You have somebody say, no, 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 don't do that. If I was you, I'll just let it go. I'll just leave it alone. How are you gonna say that? That's not your situation. It's not even, it's not even for you to have a speaking point. What about what about underqualified, overqualification? I can't hire you because you're overqualified, but this person is not qualified enough, but they're perfect. Where the fuck does this shit come from? And then we sit down and we digress to it like it's logical. Oh, a person can make their own mind. They can do whatever they want. Where'd you get that from? It must be something that you saw living like that, so you felt the need to impress this value on something. You don't have. They keep cutting me off, yo. Like, they keep cutting me off. No, they keep cutting me off. It keeps cutting me off, yo. Like, they keep trying to cut me off, yo. I tell you, sometimes them Jews be too potent, yo. They be too potent. They be like, nope, get them out of here. You hear what he said? I got full service, yo. Like, it's crazy. I got full service. I got full bars right now, yo. But every time I go into it, they start talking about so reconnect, reconnect, reconnect. They don't want me to keep cooking, yo. But literally, that's how it works, yo. It happens through pain, man. Like, through the times our family went through things, you know what I'm saying? And that fear would impress and create a character. So when that character is now created, it's because you didn't make the proper moves to over or step over that fear that took place. So since you didn't step over that fear and you let that part of your life, then when you had children, out. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes that child needs a boost of divine energy to be something different, to overstep that energy that's existing. And that's what be the differences in family. Like, why you don't move like this or why you don't act like that? Because I ain't about to carry that bullshit for another century because you ain't want to put it down. That be the real spill. Like, divine wants us to learn from it, and love covers a multitude of sin. But if you don't really do it genuinely from your heart, it's not going to show up. It's not going to show up. You're going to keep falsely doing stuff because you're going to follow somebody else. I don't like following people. How am I going to follow you and you in the same place I'm at? Where we going? We in the same place. So I need to follow something that's in the world but not of it. That means it knows how to get around and circumvent some real energy. So I'm gonna go with the unseen, the unknown. I'll let y'all rock by your dollar. You feel me? Real rap. It's gonna stay like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't come off that walk. And once you got them glasses off, you can't take them off. When they on, you can't take them shits off. You can see like, oh my God, like what did I just notice? What was that? Where's this coming from? Like, I'm telling you, that's the real walk. Not for you to sign up with everybody else feel and be like, yo, I'm about to think like you. I'm about to be like this. No, you have your own perception. I need your look how you see because I can't see where you stand. I can perceive from where you stand, but I don't see what you see. So doesn't four eyes make better than two or two heads better than one? Come on, yo. You want to be the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you want to do what I do? Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Be great at you. So then we can all have our own individuals. You know what I'm saying? And that's the best way to walk. So that has to be charged and nurtured by love. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needs to give you the best version of the comprehension of what that is for yourself. That's when we raise ours. You know what I'm saying? I know it came from my DNA. I know my shortcomings. So my shortcomings, I don't want you to have. I'm going to tell you that in vulnerability because I can speak to mine. Sometimes they want to come between that too. They want to come in between everything that's original essence of divine, even the way you give it up, so they can squeeze it out. Never notice a great idea coming into fruition and what happened? Everybody get a hands on it. It's in city trends. It's in every cheap store in every single color. And you go outside, everybody got every version of it. Like, damn, yo, that used to be new. Now everybody got it. It don't got the same value on it. As soon as you put it on after everybody else got it on, it's like, oh, everybody been wearing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no originality to it. There's no authenticism to it. We are the authentic creators because we are connected to infinite. People say, why does the world do everything we do? Why they always stealing our ideas? Because you're created to infinite. You forgot. You're supposed to bring the new for everything like you. You are you. Everything is like you. You're a man. Everything is mankind. You're supposed to bring the new stuff in. You're supposed to bring the light with the new day. The love in the world. You're supposed to bring all that. You're supposed to light up the world. They like, how can we control the world and not let everybody know that they light up the world? That's really what it is. I'm telling you, they like, how can we control everybody and not let everybody else know that they are the ones that's really in control? And they're not even trying to hold the title of control. They just give everything that comes. That we show how everything works. So it's called oppression. Oppress. O, what is O? O is a cipher. It's a completion. What is pressing? To push down on. Push down on the complete. The complete ones push down. They even made a word for it called oppressed. O, a circle. It's complete. Press. Put your foot on your neck. Neck. Take the innocence away. That's that shit. That's that. That's the reality. Right? That's that reality. So, you got to be the best version of yourself, though. If you're going to follow everything else in the world, you're going to lose that. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're going to lose if you're going to follow everything. So then you become inferior because you don't know that that's happening to you because of what you are. You know, so then we end up falling into the character of things that don't serve us. They're all traps. They're all traps. So wake up to that understanding, wake up to that knowledge and that knowing, right? That you are more by default and tap into more that you can create. And the more you create, the more new you're going to bring. You'll be history. You'll be the reason. You'll be the salvation. despite the world wanting to cover that up. It's always love. You're way more important than anybody ever is going to try to tell you. But you got to know that importance is based off the fact that you amplify pure consciousness. We do bring everything new into fruition. The world is supposed to follow us. It's the point. And they're supposed to learn how to do it right by the image that we show them as divine, supreme beings, celestial beings to become. Here, you will be supreme. That's not a title of dominance. It's a title of discipline. That's how they keep trapping us all falsity. They don't want you to shine the way you're supposed to. They believe that goes with power, but it really doesn't. It's like a dope ass family reunion. It's not really like the way they see it. They see it like, oh, if they were in place, then we were on the. It's not, they're retarded. It's like a big ass family reunion, yo. We know our elders. Everybody doing what they do, but we all out here together. It was like that supposed to be. And then people got envious, like, yo, why they all together? Why they all happy? That envy is nasty, yo. And they carried that shit for eons, man, like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years, yo. And that's how we got where we are. And the argument ain't even real. It's really based off incapability and inadequacy. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's not our issue. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So wake up to that and live and revel in that beautiful happiness when you connect it to yours and open yourself up for other connections of similar. And let's get that light, that last dragon glow back around us because we got portals to open. It's time to go to the next spot. One person can't open it. That's why they did the whole trap of the monotheism. One person to follow and all that. How? When you already got history showing that how was nations done did this before that was even spoke about. But you wanted to hide that and not show it. That's still truth. It doesn't even matter how you put it out. They're going to manipulate until manipulation is over. Like, fine, do your worst. But once we understand what manipulation is, do I have to watch you do it? No, I don't. I don't have to watch a baby smear stuff all over the table. I know he's going to do it, so I'm just going to let you do it. You're a child. Why am I going to get mad? This is why I was talking about intelligence speaks to the value of of what mental mechanism that you use. So if your mental mechanism is to destroy me, use negativity, try to bring me down in some form, you're not too intelligent. Because that's all your brain can think about. It's time to rise up, literally, mentally, my people, on some real shit. Like how we sit here digressing with shit that don't even reach to an equation of a mental stability. But yet you want to argue about it. A lot of shit don't need your attention and it don't need your voice. Your voice is precious and so are you. Be hard to access. Be hard to access. That's the point. Stop wanting to tell everybody everything. Everything ain't kumbaya. If that was the case, you wouldn't still be in bondage in 2026. But y'all still talking about, yo, we ain't gotta do nothing. You do right when right is doing. That's how it works. You do right when right is doing. Other than that, you better take care of yourself because ain't nobody gonna take care of you. So everybody always gonna call and holler and scream when they need what they need on the scene, but if they ain't there for you, why you running every situation for? Let me put my head on the mic. So what? Famous ain't a such thing as famous. That was manipulation too. They just made it feel good. Ain't nobody famous. All right, so if I bring a board game with a bunch of fake money on it and I say we playing Monopoly and I give you the most, you the man? In the game, of course. Look, Mom, it's Sarah Zunizetti. Hey, how you doing, man? Nice to meet you. Like your comment. You're a cutie. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just saying, man, you got to understand that. It's always going to make itself available because it has no other level of life. That's its life. That's his life, trying to be available, trying to be seen. Divine said, I chose you. I called you by name. That means you was created by purpose. On point. I made you on purpose. You was the first gift given. You supposed to wake up happy because you was chosen to be made. You was chosen to breathe. You wasn't chosen to come here and digress into the other energies that other people deal with. That's not for us. But unfortunately, we got trapped up in there. Right? We got trapped up in their bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, we started acting a little like they do. You know what I'm saying? But that's cool. That's fine. That's the only way they can get close enough. Right? How can the dog be equal with a king unless he stand on 2 eyes or 2 feet? So now just because I'm standing up, I'm equal with you? No, you're not. No, you're not. You still got broken hind legs. I got carbon 12 in my skin. You know what I absorb and what I produce? I am powerful for real, for real. You are powerful for real, for real. And that doesn't explain the value of control. It explains how much control you have over yourself and what you can bring to fruition. What you can bring to this world, how well you can elevate this world. You're here to do greater things. You're here, it's in front of you, right? It's in front of you. I don't know what's in front of you, only you see what's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, yo, I don't agree with that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at that. But like I said, it's no need to digress to weaker energies. You know what I'm saying? When you there, that just shows where your mind is. If the first thing you got to do is curse and get disrespectful and evil to somebody, then something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, everybody don't wake up like that every day. Sometimes we have bad feelings, but that bad feeling don't equate to negative attitudes. People choose to be attitudists because they're feeling bad. It's still a choice. So what does this mean? Lack of self-control in every way. What else has lack of self-control? Animals. So if you're raised by an animal, then you might act animalish. It's that type of smoke. Well, you gotta know, man, this ain't human, it's animal. What we talking about right now? What you talking about? What are you talking about? At the end of the day, you got common sense. You got your own sense. You know what I'm saying? You know right from wrong in your life. Choose it or don't choose it. Choose it or don't choose it. You know what I'm saying? It's your life. Only you get to make the decisions that you deal with. Only you get the opportunity to promote whatever you put out. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of your thoughts and your choices and the words you use, because you got to receive what you put out. Right? You need somebody to receive what you put out. Like, you need somebody to pay attention to you. You know what I'm saying? You need that in your life. But be mindful what you put out there. Because what you give is what you're going to get. Right? So I always give divine, constantly. I don't take nothing. Always give the divine. Let me introduce you to where you at. It don't cost you nothing. Let me introduce you to where you at. Go outside and see the creation that's available for you. Go by yourself. Go figure out on your own. Don't ask nobody. Go be tough by yourself. Show up on your own and go figure it out. Because it's easy to do the other shit. It's hard to be loving. For real. Real hard. That's how you know who gangster and who not. That's how you know who real and who not. Anybody can cop out. I'm a grown man. You know how old I am? My kids is grown and got kids. So I love everything on purpose. Because that's a choice I got. I can choose to do that. It's my choice. And I love also more than that, the fact that divine gave me a gift. The first gift I ever had came from the Almighty. I can say that. See my skin? That carbon 12 producing melanin. Naturally, I walk outside and get gifts. I walk outside and get gifts, naturally. I can put my foot barefoot on the ground and get the energy of the earth. A lot of people can't do that. All praises to the Most High. I'm so thankful. I'm more than thankful. Despite all the rhetoric in the world, no matter where I go on this earth, I'm home. Everything feeds me no matter where I go. Naturally. I'm thankful, yo. I'm more than thankful. That's why I ain't got no smoke for nothing. That's why I ain't got no rhetoric for nothing in the world. Because you know what Divine did? It gave me on purpose. And that pissed off a lot of people. It made them so mad, they wanted to oppress me. They wanted to hold down the complete sun. I get it. But I'm not mad though. Because Divine gonna keep giving me all praises. I'm a creation of it. It made me on purpose. NAGA the Wise.